back. Let's bring in Mr. Epelle, who is the founder of TAF Africa. He joins us virtually. Mr. Epelle, apologies keeping you for long. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Oh, thank you. Good morning. Good morning, Jeffrey, and good morning.
I don't know why we're getting a hold back, but let's try again. Yes, okay, let me maybe go straight to the question. Again, some movements have started happening in Rivers State. The first we've seen is to the effect that the House of Assembly had endorsed President Bola Tinubu in the Harlem chambers. That has gotten them a lot of flax because that's not what that chamber is for. Then they went on to, defect 17 of them, now 10 in the PDP, 17 in the APC. And then we saw another movement of councillors and I think ward chairmen or so in the local government also endorsing President Tinubu and some even defecting. What do you make of what is playing out in Rivers State?
Disgraceful. For want of a better word, disgraceful. This is political meandering. This is an absolute aberration of democracy. But beyond that, we are seeing the signal of crisis brewing again. They have made nonsense of the Supreme Court judgment that says they didn't defect. And sometimes, you see, Geoffrey, no matter how hard you try, you can hide the truth, but you cannot cover the truth forever. It is playing out the kind of dirty politics that these individuals are playing. And unfortunately, again, it is the Rivers people that are going to suffer it. We're seeing another set of trouble beginning to raise its ugly head. And I think the president must step in now, because there will be no other state of emergency. We've had too much of this nonsense, and it cannot continue that way. I thought you wanted to say something, but Geoffrey, this is unacceptable.
Right.
It is appalling. It is dirty politics.
And Mr. Epelle, it's very interesting, the kind of, would I call it silence that you also get from the people, almost like they're tired of this already. This has been long drawn since December of 2023. And I must say that this defection had happened 2 years ago. So what we're seeing is maybe the same of what happened then. A reenactment. Exactly, because for us, we saw that. We saw the letters written, we saw them waving the flags and all of that. So for the average Rivers citizen, it's almost like they are tired. I mean, maybe they'd rather just focus on other things. And that's not good for governance if people have sort of lost touch, except, of course, if they are in support of it. But I want to ask you this very important question, Mr. Epelle. We saw the Rivers State Governor, Sim Fubara, meeting with the President Tinubu yesterday. And of course, it had to do with the politics in Rivers and governance issues. You have the ears of the governor, or I should say, you have his respect. You're someone he respects very well. If you were to sit down and advise him in terms of his political moves, some are saying that the PDP is done, and we can see that already. So how about you just join the APC officially and have some sort of smooth ride? What would your advice be to him, Mr. Epelle?
Very intelligent question, but very intriguing, Kayode. Listen, I can't advise him on what political divide that he would lean to. He is a man of his own choice, a man of his own decision. Wherever he wants to go. I'm not APC, I'm not PDP, so head or tail, I don't lose. So whatever decision he decides to swing to, that's up to him. However, let me correct an impression. The impression that Rivers people are tired, we're not. The impression that Rivers people are quiet, we're not. We don't have the platform that some of them have. Thank God for the little influence that one have and the little voice that I have, but not too many people have them. So they have the money, they have bought over the media, they have the political machineries, so they can do whatever they like, but they cannot shut down an individual like me and several others who will keep speaking for the people of Rivers State and keep standing for the people of Rivers State. What they are doing right now, I don't care whoever they endorse, all right? But let them not ferment another trouble that will take us backward. The one that they have done have taken us 20 years backward. And we will not keep quiet and watch these political charlatans, take Rivers people for granted. And that's exactly what is playing out. Whatever scores that they have within their political bedroom, they should go and sort it out.
But Mr.
And
Epelle,
leave us alone.
But Mr. Epelle,
leave the Rivers people and our resources alone.
Mr. Epelle, if I could come in here quickly, would you then be disappointed? Would the Rivers people be disappointed in Governor Fubara if he joins the APC?
Again, Kayode, you're a trained journalist and you ask very, very probing question. It is up to him. Wherever he goes is absolutely up to him. Will Rivers people be disappointed? I don't think so. There are Rivers who are for APC. There are Rivers who are for PDP. There are Rivers who are for other political parties. Anyone and everyone has a right to make a decision for his political future. So wherever Sim goes is where he wants to go. His supporters, those who supports him, that he probably would have sought their advice, would follow him and go the direction he's going. I, Jake Epelle, and several others, we are apolitical. We don't care where anyone goes. We care how good governance will come to the people. We care about those who are planning and plotting to steal our resources. Haven't they stolen enough? Where is Abbas? Where is the money that he squandered? Why is it that he is not accountable of what he has taken from the state? Why is it that the likes of Wike and his group are not holding him accountable? Why are they quiet?
Well,
and that's what the questions that we should be asking. Like I said, I don't care the political divide. He chose to go. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, you meant to say Ibas, or Bokete Ibas. We catch your drift. I'm just wondering if Rivers people will still have respect for Governor Fubara politically, because after the emergency, the preponderance of opinion was that he's been politically castrated. So what would be left if he defected to the All Progressives Congress in terms of political integrity and capital? But you mentioned another name that has been, perhaps the most mentioned amid the Rivers State political crisis, and that is Nyesom Wike. After the defection of the 17 lawmakers, what we saw former Governor Wike say was, it's unfortunate that they didn't consult him. What should we be making of that statement? Because the lawmakers, in all of their actions that shaped the Rivers political crisis, owed their allegiance unashamedly to him.
Bukola, one thing you must never do, either as a journalist or as a right-thinking person, is to believe politicians. They lie through their teeth. I don't believe him that he was not. Who? Haba, come on. I don't believe him that he was not consulted. What I believe is that he endorsed what they did. It is their political chase game. It is their so-called strategy that don't have energy. And we will see where it will take them. Like I said, they are free to endorse whoever they want to endorse. But I don't have any problem with that.
But if you don't, if you believe his line, how come not all the lawmakers defected? How come only 17 of them defected?
Probably they are losing grounds. They are losing grounds. There are people who are beginning to wake up to the reality of what is on ground. And I can tell you one thing, as a political analyst, they shouldn't take for granted the popularity of Siminalai. It was obvious when he came back the kind of mammoth crowd that welcomed him and decided to stay there until he comes back. You know, so, but again, that's not my focus. Like I said, Bukola, my greatest focus is on the people of Rivers State. And anyone that touches the people of Rivers State, anyone that touches our resources, I will shout at the rooftop, and we will ensure that they will not succeed this time. It's not a threat. We don't have the machine gun. We don't have all the resources they have. But God has given us a little voice, and we will speak both nationally and internationally. We will not allow any government to keep suffocating the people of Rivers State. We are too smart for what they are doing, and we will stand up against them. I don't care whatever Wike is doing.
My apologies, sir. You can land on that thought quickly. Just land on your thoughts so I can ask the last question on this.
Geoffrey, I don't care what Wike is doing. Wike is not the emperor of Rivers State. I don't care what the law destroyers that call themselves lawmakers are doing. Let them keep doing what they are doing, but history will judge them, whether they are for the people or against the people.
All right, Mr. Epelle, we just have a minute, so let's wind down with this. For those who watch the space, know there is a brewing crisis coming. How Mr. Siminala Ifubara, the governor, will navigate it is his own battle he has to fight. Because I can tell you one of the triggers, one of the things we have seen that may cause another problem is still the same budget, because we understand from the nuances that they want to complete the State House of Assembly so they can present the budget in the Hallowed Chamber. But in their last sitting where they did their defection, they had adopted their present place of sitting as the official place for sitting. So that's a signal to show that there's trouble coming. But my broader question is, the issue of Godfatherism, which our president was even won in Lagos State, is a big problem in Nigerian politics. That's why we see what's playing out. How do we navigate it? You can't take it away, but how do we navigate around it? 30 seconds, sir.
The only way to navigate it is call it what it is. There is no Godfatherism in democracy. Godfatherism is an introduction of Nigerians and African political ideology. It will not work. For heaven's sake, Wike is not the godfather of politics in Rivers State. Where is he coming from? He's not and can never be. You cannot hold the Rivers people to their jugular and think that whatever you say must happen and whatever you didn't say must not happen. It's not going to happen. There is going to be a rising of people of peace, who are resilient, who are resilient, that will stand up and keep speaking truth to power. Let him stay as FCT minister and stay there and do whatever he needs to do in Abuja and leave Rivers State and Rivers people alone.
Mr. Epelle, that's a fine place. That's a fine place, so land your thought. We must thank you so much. It's an ongoing conversation. Rivers is always an intriguing, interesting conversation. One day, one drama, as far as Rivers is concerned. Mr. Epelle, the founder of TAF Africa, thank you, sir, for coming on the program. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Geoffrey, and thank you for the good work that Channel is doing. You are one of the voices we are counting on. Please keep doing it. And thank you to John Momo.